is the fucking prelate.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that is maybe the reason that they're shitty people. That would be the reason. Either it's something dark.
If they decided to go,
or they're shitty people.
Yeah.
Yes. And she would rather it be that they're shitty people. Now I remember, I'm pretty sure at the very least, Amelia and Janet maybe were there when Verna returned. So we have seen them at least once. That's all I mean.
Okay. All right.
I just remembered talking about them. They were all like, "Oh, Verna, you're back." So it would be weird that they just ran off without saying anything to her.
Yeah. Well, and I guess this whole thing just kind of makes me assume something bad happened. I don't know what. I don't know when exactly, but like something bad happened for sure.
There's fuckery afoot.
Yes, definitely.
Once Phoebe finally leaves, Verna puts up her own super thin shield that would break with any effort. Like, if anybody even tries to, like, look at this thing wrong, it's gonna just dissipate completely. And if they try to fix it, she's gonna be able to tell that, too. So, there's no way around it. If anybody tries to fuck with this thing even a little bit, she's gonna know that somebody was trying to fuck around.
Isn't that... Okay, I probably don't have the right term, but I thought there was something called like a glass shield theory, something like that, like a shield that won't work, that if you want to know if you are vulnerable somehow, you use a very weak shield, and so exactly this, once it's broken, somebody is trying to do something, like you know that somebody is meaning you harm in some way.
Well, that sounds like a very real thing that is an actual thing.
It should be.
I think it... Yeah. I agree.
I swear to fuck I've read that somewhere.
You probably have. I have not, but it sounds like a legit thing, so yes.
I believe it is.
Yes.
I'm not going to Google it right now, but it is. It's a thing. It's totally a thing.
So, Verna headed out to the garden. She found this little grouping of pear trees. She was looking for a minute for the perfect spot. We didn't really know why, but when she finds these little pear trees that are hidden against the back wall of her garden, she sees that one of them is growing in the shape of like a ladder. It's like an almost deliberately trained tree to help her climb over. And when she looks closer at it, it looks like obviously other prelates have done this because the branches are smooth on the top of them.
Oh, so it's been well used too. It's very clear that this was intentional.
Yes.
Like, that's a handrail. What?
Yes. I'm also getting very Jasmine from Aladdin vibes here. Like, all she's missing is Raja being like, why are you leaving?
Did they have like shrubs and stuff in that little courtyard? I can't remember.
Yeah, there's like little tiny shrubs and then she climbs up a tree.
Okay. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
I want out.
On the other side of the wall, now this is where we don't see what happens to Jasmine on the other side of that tall-ass wall in the movie. On the other side, there's a series of convenient items built on the wall, kind of, to help her step down. There was like 6 different fucking things that she stepped on that were conveniently right in the right place.
So we're talking about the prelate having a little secret escape route back there.
Yes.
That nobody knows about. But they just have some random stuff on the back of this one wall of the palace. Even though I'm sure they have massive storage areas somewhere.
Yeah.
Like they gotta keep the food somewhere, but they're like, no, we just keep like 4 buckets, a chair.
It was like a strategic drain spout and a rock protruding and then another, like, it was a whole bunch of things that could be there. Random, but yeah, they're
like
all
if you looked at it,
together.
You'd be like, well, obviously somebody has been.
And once she sneaks out, she like hides her face and puts her little ring away.
Oh, I can't believe I did that. I broke the podcast rule. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Once she sneaks out, she hides her face and she puts her ring away and she's all like giddy because she fucking made it out.
She did a bad thing.
Yeah. And she has to hurry up because she's fucking late. But you know what? I think we might be late too if we don't hurry up.
Catching our kids sneaking out right now?
No, is that happening?
No.
I was talking about the beer break.
Oh, yeah, the beer break. Yeah, no, I remember never, ever once sneaking out of my parents' house because that would be bad.
Oh, I did it all the time, which is why we're going to put ring cameras up in every corner of this fucking shit.
Everyone. I'm lying. I did. Yeah, I am ready for the beer break. And it kind of goes with our summer theme, although we haven't quite gotten there in the chapter yet. Today, Jade and I each have a different one. They are hard seltzers, so they're not technically beer. So I have Orange Creamsicle from Odd Side Ales. Great place in Grand Haven, Michigan. If you're ever around, definitely check that out. Jade has, what is it? Bomb Pop.
Bomb Pop.
2 popsicle-flavored seltzers. The thing that blew my mind right off the bat is we both opened the cans, and immediately you can smell Orange Creamsicle and Bomb Pop. These are very real popsicles you can get from like your ice cream truck driver guy, and they smell exactly on.
Yeah, perfect.
It's not flavor or scent adjacent. It's the right thing. Like,
Yeah.
It smells exactly like what it's supposed to be, and it tastes the same too. They melted a popsicle, as far as I'm concerned, and then put alcohol into it somehow.
And you don't taste the alcohol. And honestly, this seltzer isn't super over-carbonated. Maybe that's what I hate. There's too much carbonation
They
and
almost
soft.
burn going down.
And then,
Yeah, it's like you're
mouthfeel.
drinking
I don't like it.
a fresh can of Coke.
Yeah.
Where you drink it and it's just like, After this doesn't do that.
No, it's good. It's 5%. It'd be great for a fucking summer day. Did y'all know that Bomb Pops are blue raspberry cherry lime? I didn't. These are good. When we opened it, we basically did a beer break, so this might not be as good as it should be because we literally had our own beer break, and I was like,
We've
have to
had
stop
this
talking.
conversation already.
Yeah. Because that's just what we do. We open our beers and then we talk about them exhaustingly to each other.
Maybe we could make that into its own podcast. You know, we've been thinking about expanding, so we'll just do just a general talk show of whatever the hell happened in that week, and then we can go way deeper into the beer.
You listen to me drone on about
Yeah,
how much
about stuff you can't taste right now. That might actually be really frustrating.
yeah.
Well, I know something that's not frustrating, and that's getting another one of these. So I'm going to do that, and we will be back right after this. Yay!
Pop!
And we are back. So, Sneaky Verna sneaks through the empty palace yards to where she and Warren like to meet by the river. Of course she's sneaking out to meet a guy.
Sneak, sneak.
She tells him about Phoebe, asking her what it's like to get old, and basically tells him that he told her to fuck right off. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. Because it's mean to ask. I was slapped if I asked a lady's age. On the back of the head. Not like a bad one. But like my mom was like, no. You don't ask somebody that. Anyways, I'm sorry. I got off track. She tells Warren about Phoebe asking that. And he's like, why would she ask you? You're not old and gross. Thank you, Warren. Thank you.
Yeah, it was sweet.
Right? 40, like, I know we've said it before, but 40 is really not that old. So calm down with the, oh my gosh, she's basically falling apart. How is she even standing?
I mean, 40-year-olds date 20-year-olds all the time.
All the time.
I mean, and not that I think it's great, but it happens.
That's true. They're 18, it's whatever. So they walk through the city. A lot of it is kind of like a ghost town. There's just nobody there. And Verna asks, like, hey, where's all the people? He goes, it's Jala Day.
Yeah, it takes a while. Like, it made it seem like it was awkward, and she, like, blew up for no reason after walking for a while, and be like, why the fuck is there nobody here? Why are you not freaking out? Is the apocalypse here? What's happening?
The Pokemon exclamation face when the little X in the oval mouth pops up, and they're like, ah, waving their hands.
Yeah, super mad.
So Jala is a game, and basically everybody goes to watch. He's never himself gone, but he's read up on it, you know, as Warren would.
Yeah, he says it's the only game that he's read up on that is actually, like, ongoing right now, because he reads up on ancient games and shit. So this one he's interested in, because he can actually ask people about it in real time. And for a minute I was like, well, why the fuck haven't you gone? But then I remembered that he had been stuck in the vaults until Richard, like, pulled him out of
Yeah,
there.
he was down there by choice,
So he would have
too.
been terrified, and he wouldn't have gone to the games until this year. This is his first time being able to go.
Big open spaces, lots of people, not Warren's thing.
Right.
So Jala is played by two teams, and they try to get this ball into the right square. It's a little bit complex to Warren, but kids get it, so it can't be that bad. But what they're talking about is, like, it's just sports. Football, basketball, baseball, all this stuff. Specifically, I like watching football, but I really like going to baseball games. This whole chapter when they're talking about, all the people go and cheer for their team, and I'm thinking baseball. It's where my head's at.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really particularly watch sports. I'll go to a sports ball game. And
Yay,
I can,
sports ball championship team.
I can kind of follow it if I really wanted to, but I'm really just there to eat and drink and watch my family members smile.
I mean, I watch the game, but I don't, I'm not invested in it really. Like you, I'm there to get some good-ass food, have a couple beers, hang out with the kids. Like, it's an event you're going to, not just a game.
What's really funny is that it is kind of silly to just not really care that much about a sport and then go pay for overpriced hot dogs,
everything,
and beer just to just to spend money and be like, we're having fun doing this thing.
Cold hot dogs and warm beer. We're having fun. Enjoy it. I know. We'll get food on the way home. Just try and choke it down. But this, for many people, it's a distraction from day-to-day life. It's a bloody distraction, though, because, as much as I was like, okay, maybe football, then he talks about broken bones and snapped necks, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe hockey. And then the crowd gets ugly if there's not enough blood. Okay, so definitely hockey.
Yeah.
But then the losing team is brought out and flogged for each point scored against them. Men have died from it, and the crowd is super excited about it. They all count down the lashes, and, people riot if it's not done well enough or too much, and just...
It's like a whole thing.
Holy shit, yeah. Now, I don't remember how many people are on each Jala team.
I think they told us, but I didn't write down all the details because, who wants to listen to us recount all the specific details about the game? But between 8 and 16, I would assume. Okay,
see, holy shit, that's a lot. Yeah, I was thinking, even baseball, I think you have 9 guys out there. So if you are there to watch a 3-hour game, and then each team has, probably 36 guys on it, then you have to watch 36 guys be whipped.
Yeah, well, I guess that's what I was saying. You may only have 9 people on the field at one time, but there's usually a lot of other players.
The team is much
there.
bigger.
Yeah.
But so then this has to start immediately because you are going to be there all day.
Well, I don't think it's one by one. They line them up.
Oh, player to player?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that would save time. That's what I was thinking. They have one guy in the big executioner mask come out and be like, you guys lost by 9. All right, 1, 2, 3,
The other team does it, and that's why some people die sometimes because of the rivalries between the teams.
Yeah.
And sometimes they aren't as harsh. We're not really enemies or rivals, but I don't hate you, so they won't go so hard. But if you're like, fuck you, you're hitting that guy as hard as you can because you're
you checked me into the boards earlier. Right. And so, you earned this. Enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But, the crowd gets all crazy, and they get to watch their favorite player beat the shit out of some other guy, and that bolsters the image of these players. They're heroes.
Yeah.
Women follow them, and after they win, they all go in the back and have a good old-fashioned team orgy.
Yeah, that's totally a normal thing. I don't know. Maybe some places it is after a certain game, but wow.
I am just assuming that once you're to that level, if we're talking about the athletes we're talking about today, I am assuming that there's a room or a club or a place somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure some of that happens.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. Where people like us just aren't privy to that because we're not in the club. You know what I'm saying?
I just also okay, all right, yeah.
They
I
might
guess...
not just have a whole fucking team orgy every time they win, but like, yeah, definitely this shit happens.
Right, you're allowed to do things in a secret room and secret place